Hello, boys and girls. Do you remember the video that you watched about Anderson, the polar bear? We went to Integrity Nursery and Miss Nikki and I sat in his lap for a few minutes, and then Miss Nikki read you a story about the big old polar bear that was waiting for Christmas. He did a different thing each day to get ready for Christmas, so I thought I'd tell you just a little bit about some of the traditions that we here in Owensboro, Kentucky, have when we celebrate Christmas. Now, not everybody celebrates the same way, and some people don't celebrate Christmas at all. That's okay. We all are different. But I'm going to show you some of the things that the bear talked about that he did while he was waiting for Christmas, and I brought a few of those items with me to show you. All right, so let's get all comfy, and I will show you what I have brought from my house. Well, the first thing that I have is a Christmas tree. See the little Christmas tree? And you see some other things too. But the Christmas tree is something that lots and lots of people have no matter how they celebrate. And they usually expect Santa Claus to come and visit and to leave presents on Christmas morning. Not everybody does this, but a lot of people do. So on the Christmas tree, we have lights. Okay, let me turn it around here. We have little twinkly lights, and we have ornaments. Now, this is one of the ornaments that I brought. It's one that I made with my children at school one time, where we painted it and put things inside to make it pretty. But people use different things, but something pretty they put on the tree just so it looks nice. Okay, I'll lay it there. Another thing that is traditional. Do you know what traditional means? That means something that we do over and over again. That probably our mamas and daddies used to do it when they were little boys and girls. Maybe our grandmas and grandpas used to do it. But that is what tradition means. Here's a tradition. Now everybody knows what that is. That's a candy cane. A lot of people eat the candy canes or hang them on the tree or maybe leave one for Santa. But peppermint candy canes are always good. And a bear talked about a snow globe. You may have a snow globe, or you may never have seen one in your whole life. The really neat part about it is you turn it upside down and shake it like I'm doing, and then you turn it about right side up and look at the snow. It looks like it's snowing in there. And there's usually a scene inside. This one has a one-horse open sleigh, like Jingle Bells. Sometimes you'll see a bear, a polar bear, or angels. All right, another tradition the bear talked about was a snowman. And I can't build you a real snowman today because it's not snowing. But I made this one just out of fabric, and my granddaughter helped me put it together. Usually our snowman will have a carrot nose, and you can use a real carrot if you're outside and you have one, and he'll usually have on a scarf, always has on some kind of buttons. Yeah, and we use sticks or twigs for his arms. This snowman has a hat, and he has little bitty black dots of, this is paint, but in the song about Frosty, sometimes they talk about using coal. That's like a little black rock, and stick them in the snow. So snowman is a tradition. Now here's another guy that sometimes is a tradition, and he's called a nutcracker. Here he is. And used to, real nutcrackers actually did crack nuts. You would open up his mouth, see his beard wiggling, put a nut right in there, like a peanut or a walnut or a pecan, and you close it down and it cracks it open so you can take the shell off and you can eat it. Pretty cool, huh? Now this is something I love to do. One of my favorite things to do is to send Christmas cards. I'll put the name on the envelope of the person it's going to. Actually, maybe you've already gotten something from me. Maybe not a Christmas card, but I believe you got a Thanksgiving card. And then we put the card in that usually is something jolly, maybe with a Santa in it. And we put it inside the envelope, put a stamp on it, and mail it. And the mailman brings it to your house. Another tradition some of you have, and we've been talking about in the classroom, is the elf on the shelf. And we must never, never, never touch the elf. Do you remember the name of our elf? Iffy. Iffy. Now, he gave me permission, she did, it's a she, to touch it just to show you. But that's the only time we're allowed to touch. And then one tradition that I love is hot cocoa in a nice mug. I bet you like that tradition too. So these are just some of the things that we do, some of the things that Bear did, Anderson Bear, while he was waiting for Christmas to come. And you probably have other traditions that you do in your house, things that maybe I know about or things that I've never even heard of. If there's something you'd like to share with us and send a picture, or have your mommies or daddies or grown up tell us about on Google or on Dojo, well, let us know about that. I always like to learn about other interesting things. Well, that's all for today, and we're looking forward to a fun week next week when we'll be talking about traditions, stories, parties. Oh, we've got so many things in store for you. Miss Nikki and I are getting pretty excited. So until then, bye.